Hey everybody, welcome back. We are the Saturday Morning Spell Kids, and we are getting ready to play another episode of Star Progeny, our Lancer campaign. My name is Seth, aka Noctopus online, and you can find me on here and our flag means Zoom with Mr. Danny DM on Total Party Chaos, and on Soulbound with the Strangers Guild. And I'm ready to get started with this new arc that we've got going on.
Yippee! Hi, I'm Jeremy. I go by Balatro_D&D, usually on TikTok. But you can also find maps like ones you may or may not see this episode at BalatroArt/Patreon or patreon.com/BalatroArt. And that's me.
Hi, I'm Dimi Draws. I draw, but not anywhere online. So really, I'm just here. So if you want to find me more, you should just come back here.
Keep watching, subscribe, hit like and subscribe.
Just repeat the video over and over again. Also, I'm a little sick, so I apologize if you hear any kind of hit, in the background. Just consider it part of, the meta of the game, just DC is now sick for a little bit.
I'll replace all of your coughs with interesting and fun sound effects that I find on epidemicsound.com.
Wow, not a sponsor.
Should be like, like cartoon, old cartoon sound effects.
No.
Honk, honk. Wow!
And if I get into a coughing fit, you could just play the Benny Hill theme.
The entire time.
10
for the duration.
minutes, yeah.
So,
anyways,
where we last left off, just a general overview of what had happened so far. You guys were each given a mission to try and save, salvage, or destroy a MaxSat satellite station. The station's main purpose was to deliver people's Lancers to the planet side. So basically allowing people to get their Lancer anywhere, like a Titanfall. Just drop it from space anywhere they needed it. Very valuable to the Prophets, who were trying to stop a fight that was going to occur with a strange, mysterious local power, which is called Atlas the Guardian. Of a giant black obelisk that's right in the middle of the landscape. Now, this Guardian is scheduled to be fought by a ace pilot from each of the three factions, joining together to fight it together as a big kind of show. And you discovered, after the disastrous attempt to save the satellite station, that Tank, the leader of the chosen ace, or possibly chosen ace, of the Coven, is going to die. Or at least he says he is. And anyone else who is chosen will be killed by the Guardian. Now, the mysterious thing is that whenever Tank appeared to say that, he was in a totally different mech. And was very strange and seemed to kind of bend physics around himself. After that, you guys went to Blandy's. You hit out at Blandy's. You met Heiress Amala, who is the closest thing to a princess that you can have in this non-feudalistic society. She is space Paris Hilton, essentially. Big money, big celebrity, and she was scheduled to be the one who opens the Pulse River Music Festival, this huge planet-spanning festival, celebrating the passing of the acidic storm, to basically choose who the people who would be fighting Atlas would be. Now, the trouble is, with the information that you have, you know that whoever she chooses is going to die. But she disappeared. And that caused the festival to basically go hiatus. So right now, there are millions of people, locals and off-world, who have come down to Off-World 1, the bubble shield city, where the festival is being held, they all got their pop tents, they all did the thing where they fire-fested. They built up this huge... They fire-fested. They built up this huge festival grounds, and there are acts waiting to go on, but nothing is happening until Amala is there to open the festival. And she has gone missing. And when that happened, the city has gone into total chaos. Right now, you guys went with Zacchaeus back to the hospital where you brought his daughter, and you discovered that she has a disease, which we've named Division Syndrome. Essentially, it is a non-paracausal disease that separates the consciousness from the body. And we also discovered that our pal Seasea also has this disease. Or maybe is this disease? It's mysterious. And that all of the clanimals all have this disease as well. And that the number one scientist looking into this disease is Terry Jones, who is currently dead, but is actually hiding out in the geyser wastes outside of Belmac. And that's where we leave off. So you guys are currently in the city right now. Zacchaeus having just betrayed Seasea, and Kit having just been betrayed by Ripper 6. When the loose ends were going to get tied up when the Maxat station situation went bust. And now you guys are trying to find Amala, specifically because Seasea believes that Tank has to be chosen, or Seasea will be chosen, and that is as Tank has said, a death sentence. And that's where we leave off.
Yes. If I remember right, the last session I was trying to deduce where she was based off of her Instagram.
Her space Instagram posts.
Yeah. Her Spacetagram stories.
The last thing you saw was a clip of her, a selfie of her with the TV in the background. That was the announcement that the festival is being put on hold or possibly canceled, and that people are being asked to stay calm, which they have not done. And one of the towers that is projecting this big, like, hologram screen over the crowd with screens on the sides that show the stage has been pushed over by the angry crowd, and now the crowd is starting to flood back into the city. So that was on TV in the background. So you know that she is still here, or at least she was. That was I think we said an hour or 45 minutes ago, something like that. Very recently, but you believe that it was posted close enough ago that she's definitely still in Offworld 1. So let's set the scene. You guys have just left the hospital. You managed to reactivate the plinth, the palimpsest, and hover it jankily back down to the ground before it deactivates and yeah.
Could we use this as a car?
So unfortunately, because you smashed it into the ground so thoroughly, it is basically completely shit now. I think you could spend some time repairing it, but it just landed right in the middle of the street, and you look down the boulevard towards Pulse River, and there's a massive crowd that are starting to, like, knock over buildings and throw trash cans and stuff.
Maybe we should get off the street. Just kind of.
Are we on the street?
Point my.
Yeah, you came down from the hospital to street level. I think you tried to fly, like, further away from the chaos, and the started
they're matching us at a walking speed.
Yeah. And I think also you start seeing the screens change, telling people to get to the Lancer event safety centers, like vaults for Populace if ever there is a mech fight that they have here. So like big alerts, and then one of the main screens says, like, the algorithm will save us, and it cuts, and you see a bunch of Nelsons, which are like big white and blue mechs with these like cloaks and big spears, walking in tandem lines up the streets. The police, like the big riot police, are coming to try and subdue the angry mob.
He will turn to.
And they're far away. You don't know where they are.
Yeah, Seasea will turn to Kit and be like,
Kit, if you were a hot flesh being who had a momentous reputation of doing crazy chaotic things, where would you hide?
Oh, wow, that's a big question. Well, I wouldn't want to be near any of the people, I think. So I think we definitely shouldn't go to the safety center.
What if we go up? Should we go up? Let's go up.
To like up to what? Like top of a building?
Yes.
Okay. Also, like this is like as we're moving. Are you my boss now? I'm kind of out of a job. And I don't really know what to do if I don't have a direct superior.
She turns around to you as you ask that and goes,
Will you fight for honor and not money?
If you want me to.
Then yes. I'm your
Okie dokie.
boss.
And you see, like, on my Prasa collar, there's some, like, registries are changing.
That's all it took.
Well, my boss, I'm pretty sure I'm fired.
A minion of my own. Fantastic.
I have two abilities that I think would be really good here.
Okay.
Maybe even, well, technically all my abilities are very good. But I have...
Wow.
Oh, la-di-da.
My best ability.
Well, I have Investigate, Leader, Inspire, Read a Situation, 5. I think what I would like to do is I would like to survival check if we past Nelson's get up to a rooftop somehow.
Okay, so you want to head away from the Pulse River crowd as it floods out of the event center.
I want to head the opposite direction of the masses.
Gotcha. Well, the trouble is you have two conflicting sides that are about to converge, and you're kind of in the middle. So like 10 blocks that way is the riot police. 10 blocks that way is the crowd, right?
Yeah.
I still have. I'm in my mech. I'm not in my mech, but I have my mech.
Yeah, both of your mechs are with you.
Would it be fair to say that I have my license level 1 stuff since we've leveled up, or do we want to have that be like a narrative?
Yes, I think you have everything that you had gotten from license level 1. You would have had printed for you by Ripper 6 in the Everest you got after the Maxat disaster.
Okay. In that case, I got some nifty new shoes. We could probably just if you want to go up a building, I can go up a building, and I like jump sideways onto a building. And I'm just kind of like standing.
Can we use our big mechs in the city?
Yeah.
Wow.
The city is designed. The city's streets are very wide. Mechs are as common here as sports cars. Like they're not they're not like you don't see them everywhere. You know, like there are vehicles and like the palimpsests that mostly get civilians around, but like occasional, like every fifth car would be a mech, basically. Here.
Okay, great.
So there's infrastructure here for it.
That being said, then Cece's just gonna be like,
I suppose burying through the city makes no sense. Good work, kid.
and then she will start climbing along with you in her mech. Though I worry that the Nelsons will stop us if we start climbing buildings.
I mean, if we're just trying to get out of view. Wait, can you climb stuff too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The old-fashioned way, or with a system? I can climb through stuff.
I'm sure. Yeah,
Climb into people's bodies.
I'm sure it's not as coy as yours, but I definitely can.
I think it's the difference between climbing like with claws, like gargoyle style, or having mag systems that like attach you to a wall. Perfect climb.
No,
right? Spider climb.
Yeah, I'm a gargoyle climber for sure. My claws like dig into the building as I like climb.
I always thought about that when I was a kid watching gargoyles. Like, there's got to be scratched up buildings just everywhere in New York.
No, they got like ropes and stuff, I'm sure.
They come down and fix them.
Okay.
All right. So you begin climbing up one of the buildings nearby. You're just right outside of the hospital. As you go up, you see that in front of you, ahead, there is 2 main streets that kind of attach to the 2 exit portals of the bubble shield. And between them, there is like what I would describe it as like a corporate park. You know, like it's clearly a grass area, but people aren't out there like having picnics. It's like bad corporate art and extremely like the grass is cut so fine it's like a golf course. There's that, and then back the other direction is that big huge building in the center between the 2 factions that are about to collide. There is that big huge building that's the hospital where Zacchaeus and his kid are. And then behind that, around it, because it kind of fills the skyline of where you're at, there's this huge tower that goes up into what looks like a blue ring, and then that is projecting the bubble shield. So it's like a skyscraper that projects this bubble shield.
So that would be like the tallest
That is the
building
center of
area.
the city, and then above that is the station, the
Oh, okay, I see it.
the open and closing station orifice of the bubble where the ships from space come and land.
Okay.
And
Also,
then behind that is like stacks of like very oddly shaped buildings that make sense to Algoric but not to you. That is mostly population, and then far off to the west is the Pulse River, and far off to the right is the Maxsat mega structure that controls the satellite uplinks.
Quick question
Okay.
for you. Semi-related to all of this have I gotten any messages back from my clanimals?
Not since you've entered the bubble shield.
Suspicious.
also, I'm looking at the map. Heiress is kind of a baddie.
We knew that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but we didn't have a token. Ah, Jesus.
Do we know where the mayor lives?
The
Does he have a big
the
ostentatious?
oh Nautilus.
Yes.
You don't know where he lives.
Quick Google
But
search.
you do know where he is. He's at the festival up in his.
Still.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I imagine if you're the president of a planet and you look down and there's 200 million people and they're starting to
Rioting.
spread through your city and you're up
Maybe
in your.
we'll stay up here.
Yeah, we'll just stay up here for a little bit. Yeah. So he's probably still up there. Or he is likewise looking for a Mola. You're not 100% sure, but.
Kit, you're my minion. However, your opinion still matters in some ways. What
If
do you think about talking to the mayor?
Well, based on what I remember about us talking to the mayor, he seems like a piece of shit.
Seems most Algorics are pieces of shits, so
Oh, I mean, okay, well, Zacchaeus technically wasn't really a part of them anymore, so I'm gonna disclude him. Or exclude him.
He shoots you a bit of a dirty look.
like flesh beings are all pieces of shits.
We're gonna pack that one away for when we're not above a riot.
The building that you're above, you're up on top of a big white sterile building, kind of a round dome top, kit magnetized to the side. CC's tsunami is like claws stabbed into the.
Yeah,
into
bricks
the,
are falling on the crowd.
I'm gonna say that the crowds have moved in and are now like the mechs have come in like 5 blocks and the crowd is moving much slower. But like it's clear that they're setting up perimeters and like shield walls are going up. And they're trying to get citizens off the street that aren't angry about the show being canceled.
So I'm kind of assuming right now they have big alerts. So I'm getting all my facts straight. There are big alerts of like evacuation orders.
Yeah.
Heiress took a selfie next to billboard.
Next to just a screen, in some TV screen inside of a building.
Screen inside of a building. Tank is incorporeal and can go inside my brain whenever he wants.
That appears to be the case, yes.
this
So,
is
as the facts that you have so far, yeah. And also, you have sent a message, because if you remember, it has been a bit since we did the first mission, or the first part of the first mission. But your goal for going to Maxsat for the clanimals, for your clan, was to secure the data from Maxsat into Tessa's data pad and bring that back to the clanimals so that they can basically license level 1 the clan, right? Get everybody max,
Right.
get them the technology that you have. That is your character's current primary objective. The tank issue is also coming up.
Yes. Okay. One thing I feel like CC would have done by now that I guess
I think you do know that. Sorry, interrupting you. I think you do know that tank has Tessa's data pad.
Oh, okay.
You do know that.
Okay, so I do know
Right.
that. Okay.
Yeah. I think the scene of him holding it and flying away. You might have. I think you saw that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I probably would have told Tess that. I fucked up, Mom.
Yeah. Well, you messaged both your matron Lola and your techie Tess, and neither of them have responded since you've gotten to into the shield bubble.
Yeah, suspicious. Okay. We'll worry. We'll pin that.
Put that away
We'll
too.
worry about that later.
Kit, you are more flesh than I am.
That's
In the way
100% inaccurate.
In the way you process information.
Okay, yeah, boss.
If you were a human, where would you go to find?
And then, I think if I may travel back in time, I think Cece screenshotted the story.
Mm-hmm.
And then she'll turn the screen to Kit and be like,
Where would you go to find a screen like this, Machine Man?
Could I roll a data phased or a spot maybe to look at the picture to see if there's maybe like a serial number on the television or the screen that you're looking at that would kind of give me an idea of where in the city this would generally be?
Yeah, so... Oh, interesting. Okay. Yes. Go ahead and roll that. Remember, it's 10 and up is a success.
10 and up.
Let me see if I can find that in the book.
And I got... So that's going to be rolling a spot. So... that's 18. Or 13. Sorry, 13 plus 2. That's a 15.
Excellent. I think you do locate a serial number on there that is just gibberish to Cece, but like you run it and you see it is a model of data screen that was produced by the 404 way back before the war, and it is older, and so your first instinct is this isn't going to be in the edges of the bubble where the things are new. It's going to be closer to the center, near that tower where the tech is a little bit older.
Okay. I look at your picture and I kind of look towards the edges of the dome and kind of shake my head, then look towards the center. Well, boss, there's, if you look at the screen that she's in front of, that's a pretty old model. The 404 used to make that. And, you know, if the city expands, the newer stuff's going to be outside and the old stuff's going to be inside. So if that picture was taken anywhere, my money would be on, my post-scarcity money would be on, here, towards the middle. And I kind of pointed out on a general map.
And the direction that he shows that there is, like, the number one thing you see is the shield projection tower.
Probably the tower. That's nice and symbolic. If I was a melodramatic young adult, I would probably pick something like that.
she kind of gives you a little bit of like a look of like respect, which maybe you're not too familiar with.
Yeah, actually,
it does not register.
Like, yeah, my like eye pixels are kind of like narrow, and I'm just like, stop that, please.
You're making me uncomfortable.
She goes,
The longer I hang out around you non-mutants, the more habits I'm picking up, including respects or something for you.
and she'll
I would greatly ask that you not do that.
Consider it my form of payment.
and then she crawls away towards the center of the city.
You switched from exposure to respect.
I press a button to purge that memory. Ugh, that felt weird.
Okay, so you guys are climbing back down the building.
Yes, I'm heading.
By the time that you've identified, yeah.
Can I like leap off and then use my boosters to kind of like?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, great.
Would we be able to maybe parkour this? I don't want to go down street level.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I was about to say you both you're scanning. Your mechs are identifying, building a map because you don't have the information of the city just yet, and you have identified the tower as the location that you're going to head next. Your internal NHPs start to like build a route based off of what you've scanned, and you look. By that time, you guys look down. The streets are full of people, like shoulder to shoulder people, and at that point it's like, oh, we cannot go street level anymore.
Great.
But luckily the buildings are all very kind of close together outside of the grand forays, so it's pretty easy to just leap jump boost and hit the side of the building, climb back up. And as you do that, you guys hear and 3 stark white mechs with big wings coming out of the sides come flying by, blue fires coming out of their palms and the wings, heading the same direction that you're heading. You see these big holographic halos around their mechs' foreheads as they head that direction. And their mechs you can't place the model, which tells you that they are probably aces. They're probably also
Oh,
Lancers.
cool.
I would, for the duration of us going from here to there, I would like to be basically using every bonus action I have to hide.
Okay.
I would like to be as stealthy as possible on the approach.
I think for this, it's less of like sticking to the shadows because you're in just a basic Everest. I think it's more like Kit starts to like scramble his signal so that like the signal that they would pick up your mech, they can identify it, but it's like it's just like your signal keeps moving on their scan as to where exactly you are.
It's like a combination of that, and then I'm like hanging off the side of the building, and then as they move around, I pass around to the other corner of the building while I'm jamming my signal.
Great. You guys jump across from the building that you climbed up, and you start going down this long line of structures. How fast would you guys say you're going? Are you going like carefully, or are you going quickly?
Can we do both?
Carefully and quickly? Yeah, I guess so.
Power walk.
Yeah.
As you move,
Quietly.
you reach the edge of this building, and then there's a huge gap to the next building that's the main foray. And down there, you see that the Nelsons, the Algoric police Nelsons, have come up to the edge of the street and built a fortification line. And they place their lances down, and they connect to each other and build a hex grid wall, just like the bubble shield. And then they start to slowly march forward with the angry festival goers getting pushed backwards. And you see that there are some people in the festivals who are starting to climb up buildings, and a few people actually are like trying to call in their mechs.
Oh boy.
But they can't, because the satellite that covers this place just blew up.
Who did that? No, who did that?
Well,
Yeah, but there's a huge gap. Just below you is that shield wall of Nelson's, and then there's like, I'm gonna say like a 60-foot gap from you to the other side, to the next building, next line of like a loft type 5/1 apartment.
that thing will crumble as soon as we land on it. We might need a running jump for this one. Well, I might, I guess.
Pause before we commit to jumping. So we
Sure.
see people, and then there's lines of Nelsons.
Yeah,
And then these people are trying to call their mechs, but they can't.
correct. And directly, like if you were a Evil Knievel, you would be jumping a ramp of buses, and the buses are cops.
Buses are cops.
So it's police cars. Like between you and the other side is like the dividing line of these two groups.
CC turns to Kit, or the mech head turns to Kit, comes in, and
Well, we could jump this and risk much. Perhaps starting a riot here may be the move. We just sneak
I look
in.
down. It looks like there's already a riot going on.
It hasn't. I don't think it's reached that level. It's mostly just like really pissed people trying to get back to their cars and are stuck in this huge crowd. But there's like millions of people here present. Like the event center where you were flying above. It was multiple millions of people. And so like now they are all leaving and just basically spreading like a disease into every direction of the city. And many of them are pissed and are breaking shit. But it hasn't gotten to like a riot yet, I don't think.
We might be able to take the opportunity with the Nelsons facing towards the people to kind of sneak around behind them. we climb down the building from one side and then just kind of do
She
behind them.
I can see her kind of like thinking about what you're saying, because one hand she wants to incite violence so that the Algoric as a race can be punished for their indiscretion.
Christ.
Oh my god.
No, but like
To be clear, they're a culture, not a race.
oh, oops. Okay, my bad. The Algoric as a culture. I think at this point, so every Algoric that Seasea has met has betrayed her so far, except Terry Jones.
Who betrayed the Algorics?
I think Dr. Algernon didn't really betray you. He did take it back. He did delete the data afterwards. So like the data hasn't reached the greater algorithm just yet.
Just yet.
Where you left it.
Just yet.
Yeah, but
But
he still has that data.
But also, let's see. So, 2 people. I'm not going to count Terry Jones. So only one Algoric of the 4 Algoric that she's met so far.
And that's all of them. So basically, that's all.
Algoric that she's met.
Yeah, that's a perfect sample size for a multi-million person culture.
Yes. I do pick and choose my beliefs, but
If you can't cherry pick data, then what's it there for?
exactly. No, she'll agree. She'll be like, very well, we will go with your methods. Kind of mentally notes that the way she's talking now is very similar to the Chaos and Kit, as opposed to how things were at the beginning. And she'll start climbing down sneakily. And she'll as she walks by people, she doesn't want to incite a riot, but maybe she wants to incite a little bit more energy, I guess, not quite
Gotcha.
riot level, but just a little bit under, so that the Nelsons are a little more like
Focused.
On edge.
yeah, wary towards the people and not what's going on here.
So Kit, you have had experience with this kind of Nelson. This is an older model. This was present during the war. These are what's the term? Operated from a distance, right? So there are pilots for these Nelsons, but they are not in those mechs. They are in like a station. And you actually know that they're these like little they have these hub stations because they can only reach so far the distance to connect to the mechs. These hub stations are kind of scattered all over the city, and the one that seems to be controlling these Nelsons is actually nearby. And from this, like as you clamber over the sides of the building and you both look out to the side beyond the crowd that is blocked by the shield wall, you can see that there's like another line of buildings just on the other side, a small street jump to the other side. And then there's a river that runs through that's, maybe 40 feet across. A few small, like, drone boats going up and down it. And then on the other side of that river, there is 2 hangars, and it looks almost like a geodesic dome with a bunch of antennas coming off of it, and that is the pod station that is controlling the Nelsons in this immediate area.
How big? How big is...
Like pretty small. Not because there's a lot of them. They keep them scattered so that no one going down would shut down the entire city. But like you think it probably can connect up to like a 20 or 30 block radius from that station. It's like a radio station. Okay. And I would say it's like the size of a small building, like a basketball court maybe.
Okay. Could I, as we're climbing down and I see that, could I like, I don't want to kill him. Can I
shoot them?
You said it's like spiky, right?
Yeah.
It's all
it's
the
a
antenna.
geodesic dome, and then each plant panel has a bunch of antennas sticking off of it.
I just kind of want to
looks like a hedgehog.
I just want to like slap the antennas down.
Well, that's on the other side of the river. So you got a block. You got a block between you and the river. Then there's a river, and then on the other side is 2 hangars, and then the building in the middle. And you do
Okay.
actually see from the hangars, like the hangars open up on the front doors, and another line of Nelsons comes out and starts going in a different direction, like away from the line that's blocked there. Looks like they're mainly focusing on the main streets. It doesn't look like they're like riot police. It looks like they're kind of like more like traffic cops right now. They're trying to funnel people to where they need to go.
Okay. Cece, look, if you see over across the river, that spiky building looking thing, I think they're controlling the Nelsons remotely from there. If we can stop those, we might be able to, I don't know, interrupt the flow. Or maybe I could jack in and maybe get them to go someplace else or something.
I fear that if you walk towards that building and we get close to it, you will just be yourself and destroy it. Which may be the move, so let's go.
Well, hold on, that's true. That's very true.
That's a great point.
That is a very good point. There are people in there, and I might accidentally kill all of them.
It sounds like you've done this before?
Well, I mean, the war ended, didn't it?
Was that you?
I start walking.
Okay.
So where above board? Where are we going?
Yeah. I think we're going to.
So you
The Nelson.
So dead east, dead east is the hangars and the river. Dead north would take you is the most densely populated area, but there's that big street that you need to cross. That would be the jump. But that's the direction you want to go, is north. So right now you're heading east, trying to find a better way to cross the main street.
I fear that if we waste time, Amala will move.
Okay, then should we just go, just without even bothering?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you just gonna jump it?
I think so. Only because, or we can sneak by. I think we should try and sneak by.
So you can head east towards the river and try and find a better crossing, because right now you're at the most densely populated intersection.
Oh.
So, whatever.
Oh.
Way more fun if everyone sees us.
What does Seth want to do?
Okay. Yeah. Let's go east. I'd like to be around as few people as possible.
Okay. Cece will turn to Kit and put a clawed back hand on his back shoulder. a little.
Kit, I bestow this job upon you to make the decision.
I would almost prefer that you were physically abusive, sir. Boss.
I'm your boss. Do what I say.
You got it. Okay. Then I will hide and I will head east towards.
Okay.
To look for.
You guys easily leap across to the next set of buildings. Clamber. You jump down and then clamber back up on top. Just below you is this river. The river heads north to south, and there is a bridge across that main street that crosses it over to the other side of the river where the hangar and the radios tower is. On the large building on the other side seems kind of like a some kind of corporate or government building. So it's got it's got a tall wide wall that fills up like the size of a block, and then a domed roof on top. Lots of antennas on that as well. And that goes right up against the river, and then that's right like the edge of the river. Does this all make sense? I hope this makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. And the separate set of Nelsons that came out of the hangars on the other side of the river head east. They start to go south along the river, and then you look down that way, and it looks like far enough south there's another bridge that crosses the river. They have gone to there and have set up there and started putting up barricades there as well. Basically, it looks like they're keeping the crowd on this side of the river.
Okay. So we need to cross this river fast before they trap us in here.
Okay. And then she's just gonna leap off.
Down into the water?
No,
Okay.
over the river.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you jump. You easily clear, I think, 40 feet. I don't think that's any problem for a mech your size from this height. But you land on the top of one of the hangars. and it's got like this like shade structure that comes out over a shield window on top, and like looking between blinders of the shade structure, you can see that there's like maybe 20 more Nelsons in there, but they don't seem activated. They're all kind of like they have like hooks holding them up, and there's a line of lances, shield deploying lances. It looks like this station has deployed not nearly all. It's like less than half of the mechs they have in their arsenal have been deployed.
Gonna turn and look at Kit, waiting for him.
And this is one hangar, right? There's a radio station in the middle, and then there's another hangar on the other side. So you can assume that they have probably about 80 mechs.
Real quick, data phasing. How is that different from what Zacchaeus was doing with his hacking?
Zacchaeus can reprogram things and then leave, and then they stay that way forever.
Mm-hmm.
And he basically can optimize them so they work perfectly well, or he can change their function so they do what he wants them to do. But their function is permanently changed. Mm-hmm. Data phasing, you're a poltergeist. You go into the device, your body is plugged in, like you're like a glowing weak point, and then you can control the device.
Okay.
With your consciousness inside of it. So any damage to the device is damage to you until you get back into your body.
Okay, I would like to, if I could, basically at the where the mechs would be deployed from, kind of turn to it and like lower myself so my hatch is not facing the street, basically.
Gotcha.
And then I'd like to data phase into like an alarm system or something.
So when you land on the roof, there's no access points up here that you can find. And you're on top of the hangar. The radio tower is next to that. Are you going to the radio dome? Are you going
whichever
to
device I need to access to manipulate this?
I think for data phasing, especially with the level of familiarity that I think you have with it, you would need to be at least inside or connected to some kind of access point.
Okay, and that would have to be inside. Okay.
Yeah, or outside if it's not very secure.
Does this look like it's more of just a deployment building, or if it's like an active building where people are walking around and like, handling things, or is this just a warehouse?
It seems almost more like a warehouse.
Okay.
For the hangars.
I would like to try
the radio building, which you are not at right now, is probably more actively used because it's where the Algoric pilot from.
I'd like to go in there then, because I want to. What I want to do is go in there, hack, phase in, and basically set it to permanent no alarm.
And just permanent problems turn off. Problem deactivate.
Everything's fine. Don't worry.
Okay, yeah, you jump over to the radio building. Your Everest clamping onto some of the antennas as you go up. And actually, as you go up, you grab one of the antennas, like, just to stabilize yourself, and you actually see one of the Nelsons over in the line on the other side of the river, just like, and its like spear kind of loosens, and then that hole opens. A little hole opens in the shield wall, and a couple of people rush through its legs until it, like, you let go, and it like, and then the shield wall goes back up, and people are like running.
Well, good luck, you 7. I don't want to hear about that later on the news.
It does tell you though immediately that each of these individual antennas controls an individual Nelson.
Do they bounce back? Get it? It goes oing, 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 oing.
yeah, they're like the door stoppers. Yeah.
Okay, I will like hand on antenna, just shimmy my way down.
So it's just like a bunch of Nelsons. Like, whoa.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Seasea, I'll be right back. I'm gonna see if I can get these guys to not expand any further than they are. Make it a little bit easier.
You reach down, you clamber down the sides of the dome. Seasea, while Kit is sneaking downward, you're on top of the hangar bay. What do you do?
Just poop.
Okay, so I see inside a vent. That's it. That's all I'm.
You're like seeing through a hole. Like I imagine there's like awnings that come up over a window to keep the sun off. And you're seeing like between two awnings down into the window.
Between two awnings.
When you look down there, you actually see, you spot Ripper 6 in the hangar bay. He is like sneaking around.
We gotta stop meeting like this.
You see him actually sneak over to his side, and over there is a mech that appears to be a little bit more fancy. And he is going up to it, and he looks around. The hangar bay is completely empty because these are basically drones for the Algoric. They don't really need to come in here. There are little Bombus, like ball drones flying around with like blue lights scanning just to look at security drones. He's easily avoiding them, and he gets over to a data pad that's on the wall, and you see him. His wrist goes back, and a bunch of wires come out, and he data phases into the hangar.
So his psyche is somewhere else right now, right?
Yeah.
Can I? So, okay. 2D plane. We're looking at this map 2D now.
Yeah.
So
sure.
here's the awning. I'm here.
Yeah.
And then there's some empty space here, and then the drones are flying around here. The mech.
Yeah, there's just two, and they're just two little scanner drones that are basically like security alert. Basically,
Okay.
They're basically flying security.
Can I crawl underneath the awning?
I think you can. There's a window down there, and it's not designed necessarily for mech size. I think if you wanted to do that, you'd probably have to disembark, or find another way in.
She'll comms Kit. Be like,
Kit, I have your old boss on site. I'm going to go mess with him a little bit.
Kill him?
and then she's gonna disembark from her mech, and go around.
And then Tank hits you with his gravity.
That's his default powers. I kill anything not in the mech.
Can I actually?
That's everyone's power. This is Lancer, baby.
Wait, okay.
One hit point.
Are there windows in this like hangar bay, or is it just?
Yeah. Yeah, there's lots of windows
Is he next to a
on the
window?
outsides as well. Yeah, I think so. Okay. And also the front bay doors that lead to the street are also open. So he's kind of close to that area.
Okay, so what I would like to do is somehow I would like one of these security drones to notice him, and I would like to make that happen somehow.
Gotcha. Okay.
Can I?
Gonna throw a wrench.
Yeah, can I basically just like cause a commotion just in that area so the mechs go, or so the drones go look?
Well, this is interesting. You have skills that you could do that. I think you could also look at your pilot equipment and see if you have anything fun that could help with that. But remember, you as a mutant, a Coven mutant, can mutate your squid body to do weird stuff.
You're so
Do some
right.
fun Squid Games.
So you could like make some animal shit happen, mutate your body and like shoot a spike or something
Hold
at
on,
him. I don't know.
Quinn's looking through her little animal brain. Okay. What I would like to do is I would like to through the awning or somehow just in a way to get a clear shot. Can I mutate my body to squirt out bioluminescent ink so that it's basically like a big like flashing radar light on him?
Yeah, very cool. Okay, so go ahead and roll. I can't remember what we called it. Did we just call it mutate? I think we just called it mutate. But it's gonna be D20 plus 2 for you to do that.
17.
Yeah, so so this like tendril kind of grows out of your body and just sprays a spurt of like gas that like sticks to everything as it descends, almost like glitter, and it just casts this like glowing pile
Fairy
of bioluminescence. And both of the Bombus drones kind of turn and start scanning.
And I'm
And
gonna
they get over to.
I press the record button on my little iPhone 2003.
Very vintage, 10,000-year-old iPhone. Yeah, they do. It works almost exactly as you planned. They scan, they follow the bioluminescence, detecting its signatures, and then they get over to him, and then suddenly klaxons as they start to like fly around him. But his consciousness is not present, so he just stands there dangling.
I'm gonna climb back up into my mech and send the recording to Kit. Be like,
as you reach the top before Tsunami is able to grab you and put you in your body, you see a big mech down below,
change.
and a big gun kind of leans up, and it aims kind of towards Tsunami. And it's between you and there, and it's down below, so it's like aiming up like this, and it's very wide and broad-shouldered. Almost looks like a howitzer, like a huge artillery mech. And it's clearly a pilot, like it's an ace, an ace's mech at least.
What a douchebag!
And it's connected to this big wire that's connecting all the hanging Nelsons.
They didn't let me into the river, the Falls River Festival. You guys lied to me.
And it seems to be like trying to communicate with Tsunami, but you're not in Tsunami.
Oh, then I'm running straight to Tsunami.
Meanwhile, back on the other side, Kit, you climb down. You find a panel at the bottom between the ground level by the river. There's like a river walk that kind of descends down towards the water. And the geodesic dome meets down at the ground. Tons of panels that are all very nicely labeled, and there's radio control just right there.
Okay. First, I get my notification in my head, and I immediately watch the video. I'm like, hell yeah! And then I send you back like a 3 GIF animation or 3 frame GIF of like a Pusheen cat, like playing with like a ball of yarn.
Vintage, 10,000-year-old Pusheen.
Yeah.
Pusheen sticker, yeah. And I'm like, oh wait, do I hear the klaxons?
That hasn't happened yet.
Oh.
This is same time.
Okay, then I will open the panels if I can without damaging them at all, like as minimally as possible. I want to smash into this.
There are like 2 hatched levers that pull back that but they have biometric security for the hands that grip them.
Oh, okay. Well, then I will crush that as I'm.
Okay. Give me a skill check. I think that you think would be appropriate for this. I feel like a strength or similar ability, or hacking if you have anything like that would also work.
Oh, I have. Goodness gracious, I've got assault.
You okay? Yeah, I think that's
taking part in direct and overt combat.
Do you want to destroy the panel?
No, I don't want to destroy.
Remember,
the panel.
you can also roll on skills that you don't have points in. If you
we'll do that.
It's just a little bit more risky. It's a straight up 50-50 if you do that.
Okay, I'll just try to bust it open.
Do you want to try hacking if you're taking if you're just going for it because it's the same success chance as strength, right? But you don't have to destroy it.
Then I'll try and hack it. Well, I rolled a 5. I'm not gonna re-roll it. I was in the middle of rolling while you were saying that, so we'll take the same roll. It was a 5.
I think you like connect to it like a neural link, whatever the 404's version of a neural link would be, and you start to like see the BIOS of this panel, and you're like, oh, open, select, activate, on, and then as soon as you hit on, the klaxons start going off.
Okay, and then I pause and just pop, but we're bashing.
Okay, yeah, you rip it off. You see there are like a circuit board there that you can easily, and your wires can come out and attach automatically.
Yeah, you know those like play places where you wear a Velcro suit and you can jump onto a wall. And that's what I open my hatch and I just. Woof.
and a bunch of wires.
Let my wires connect into this thing.
like you're sticking out like a Kira.
I'm a Kira monstering into this thing.
You connect to it, and you have control. Your consciousness expands, and you can see from the sensor range of this dome now. So your awareness suddenly becomes, it's a radio signal tower. So like suddenly you can see like 10, 15 blocks of area around. And in that area you can see the connections between the Nelsons and the pilots. And you can disrupt those, but I don't think that you have the cognitive payload as a single 404 to control all of the Nelsons.
Oh,
but
no,
you could access one of them from here like this, which is pretty useful.
Okay.
So you could disrupt one that is currently being piloted by one of the people inside the radio building.
Can I see anything in detail, or is this more of like Daredevil? I'm just kind of gesturally feeling things.
It's almost identical to your normal scanners, so you can see everything just as well as you could if you had eyes.
Well, while I have this much observational capacity, can I look for Amala?
Sure.
Or is she possibly too far?
Give me spot with advantage 2.
Oh. So, that's probably not going to help. I rolled a 2.
Well, you rolled... Oh, well, yeah. Then even if you got a 6...
Best I can do is a 7.
I'll tell you this. You are 100% certain she is not within 15 blocks of this radio tower.
Wow, even on a 2.
You think that you would find her... Not even on a 2. You think you'd be able to find her phone or her uplink.
Okay. Well, that's still good information. It means she's not right here.
You do spot as they're leaving the edge of the radius, those 3 like white angel-like mechs are heading towards the central tower. As they leave the radius, they're pretty beelining for it. You also see Ripper 6.
Like in the network with me?
Yeah, he's in there. Hey, what are you doing here? You see him. He currently has command of a mech that is call sign is Active God.
Oh, okay, hold on. Active God or act of God?
Act of God.
Okay. Not much better, but
yeah. And it's and he is aiming up at Tsunami. And you can see Seasea like
I will fight him for control of Active God.
Of Active God. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Well, let's do a opposed data phase.
Let me find a better D20 because all of these have been so bad for me.
I believe in you.
This one has gotten on average the highest number of D20s that I've ever had.
He also has a +2.
Yeah.
He also has a +2, and he also has advantage because he's also in the same system. So it's going to be 1d20 +2 plus d6.
Okay.
For him. So I got 13.
God, I rolled better than a 5. 7. I got a 10.
A 10. So you attempt to connect, and then you just kind of like, not this time, buddy. And Active God fires 2 missiles up at Tsunami, which is still, and it blasts you away before you can get to it, Seasea. Up through the window, and Tsunami falls backwards, still disempowered, and splashing into the water, into the river.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you like this video, we would really appreciate it if you'd like, subscribe, or leave a comment. It really goes a long way to helping us grow this channel, if for no other reason besides the fact that it makes us feel good. See you next time.